what's his name? Kanye West and his stupid shit. I'm tired of his
Uh,
fucking ass. Don't even get me started.
he has not been right since his mom died. I'm not gonna front.
Nah.
He has not been the same. Ever since then he been wilding out.
But at this point, he's just doing this shit for attention. I'm just,
Yeah, that's all it really is. Cause I don't see no other reason why he is the way he is right now.
yeah. Because he feels like once he's a billionaire, he can just do whatever he wants and stuff like that too. You know.
Just cause you got a whole lot more money than the rest of us, that don't give you the right to just act out or just thinking you can do anything without no consequence.
Right.
Yeah, that's just stupid.
It is very stupid. What's up, CD? What's up, Ray Sean? What's up? What's up? Mm. We're actually doing an R&B album of this day and age. Yeah, a lot of people might are surprised that Keri Hilson wrote a lot of their favorite songs from back in the day.
Yeah, I mean that's pretty much how she did writing songs.
Right.
I mean, though her credits speak for themselves. I mean,
Shit. I know that publishing is tight. I'm glad. I'm honestly glad she's doing music again. I'm honestly glad. And I'm gonna talk more about the was just watching y'all's top 100 R&B album series. All three of y'all had some great picks. Appreciate that, CD. Appreciate that.
thank you.
That was actually a fun list we did back in the day too. Very fun list.
Yeah,
Mm. Been watching Raising. You been watching Raising Canaan?
I haven't been watching the latest episodes, so I'm just pretty much rewatching the show.
I got you.
Yeah, yeah. A few weeks back, I finally watched the final season of Ghost.
What are your thoughts on it?
It was just a lot like to just take in as I was watching it. Like the whole thing like with Reek, I guess somewhat hooking up with Norma's daughter and the fact and just a whole bunch of stuff going on. Like of course like with Monet pretty much like changing her attitude after the last previous 3 seasons where she was just cold blooded, like pretty much like giving the persona like she really didn't care about about the kids and all this, that, and the third. And when Diana lost baby after that crooked cop kicked her in the stomach, I'm not gonna lie, that got me mad.
Right.
Yeah.
My my thoughts on the last season. I
Mm-hmm.
feel honestly it wasn't really focused on Tariq. It was more focused on the Tejadas. And
Yeah, yeah. Because I was about to say I thought it was gonna be more on Reek than anything, but it was just like it was leaning more towards like with the whole Tejada family, and then a bunch of stuff. Of course, we saw like on the side, like Reek meeting up with Tasha and all this, that, and the third, and and all that.
yeah,
And I really did not think Monet was going to go out the way she did,
yeah, same.
because it seemed like she made it through the previous time of getting shot up, and I really thought she was gonna go through that again, like
Yeah, I thought so too. I mean, but at the same time, I felt like it was either going to be Monet or Kane at the end of the day. But
Yeah, I didn't. I was thinking the same thing too. Like, I'm not going front.
right. And one more thing was just like a lot of characters was just doing stupid decisions and stuff
Like
like that.
Braden.
Braden, Tyreek,
Yeah, Braden
um,
Reek.
Diana. Well,
Yeah,
Diana always does stupid shit. So,
yeah. I mean, yeah.
but
I'm not gonna lie.
I don't even think that was supposed to have been the last season because that was around the time when 50 Cent was starting to have issues with stars and stuff like
Oh
that.
yeah, yeah,
Because apparently Tyreek is going to come to Tommy's show.
yeah. I know. I saw that like in the mid credits. Yeah, so we'll know what to expect on Force.
Right. But yeah, I mean, I feel like the show kind of jumped the shark when they had Tyreek take LSD because it was trying to rip off Snowfall. Because
A little bit. Yeah,
the
like it's.
Franklin, yeah, because when Franklin was tripped out and shit like that, that was an
Mhm.
artistic scene and whatnot. But when Tyreek did it, it wasn't really doing anything for the character. It was just like trying to rip off. It's just trying to rip off like how Ghost when he goes and he's talking about how he's his father. It was kind of silly. Like the execution was very silly in my opinion.
Mhm.
But TT said I ain't even start season 4 yet of Raising Canaan. Oh yeah, season 4. All I'm gonna say about season 4 is it's a trip. That's all I'm gonna say. But
Yeah, yeah. I'll definitely peep once I get through rewatching
I
the
feel
other
you.
seasons.
Got you. I'm
Yeah.
ready to start whenever you are.
All right.
What's good, you two? How y'all doing? It's your boy Reg in the building. I got my homegirl Ash in the building. How you doing, Ash?
I'm all right. I'm all right.
All right, all right. Happy Friday. Happy Friday. So today's album anniversary we are going to do is from one of my favorite artists, Donna Summer, dropping her seventh studio album, Bad Girls, that came out April 25th, 1979. You know what I'm saying? I actually found a 70s R&B album anniversary because I'd be so struggling trying to find album anniversaries for 70s R&B. It's not even funny, but that's besides the point. So yeah, this was pretty much released at the height of the whole disco era. This is actually her best-selling album in her discography. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, this album, which I feel like Try and I did a review on this album, I believe. This album right here, pretty much she definitely had more artistic control and everything like that too. You know what I'm saying? And what was interesting about the way how Donna Summer did disco was the fact that she was doing shit like she was experimenting more with like dance music and stuff like that too. You know what I'm saying? And then she was experimenting. She was mixing like new wave and electronic influence, like that song "I Am Love." I mean, whew, that beat alone sounds like some shit that you probably hear on Madonna's "Ray of Light" album and stuff like that too. You know what I'm saying?
Mm.
And yeah, and then she also, when it came to the singles on this album, it was known for songs like "Hot Stuff," "Bad Girls." I think she also won a Grammy for the song "Hot Stuff" too. You know what I'm saying? "Dim All the Lights." I love that record, "Dim All the Lights." That's a Donna song I feel like does not get talked about. You know what I'm saying? She had a lot of contributions to the songwriting and stuff like that too. You know what I'm saying? I mean, personally, I might say this is actually my favorite Donna Summer album too. Like, I used to think "Love to Love You, Baby," but I'm not gonna hold you. I love "Love to Love You, Baby," but a lot of the majority greatness of that album comes from that title track alone, and this one definitely has like more variety and whatnot too. So, have you ever heard the Donna Summer album?
Mm, no, no, I haven't.
Got you. Yes. Shout out to Try. He loves his fucking album and stuff. Yes, sir. All right, and then I'm about to show y'all the Billboard charts, sold singles the week of April 26th. I'm going to get into the top 20 and shit like that too. Give me 1 second. All right, so number 20, we got People Bryson Minute by Minute. That was a cover of the Doobie Brothers song. I never knew he did a cover of that track. Interesting. Number 19, we got the Spinners with Working My Way Back to You. Forgive Me Girl. Love that record. Number 18, we got Randy Brown, We Ought to Be Doing It. Okay. Number 17, we got GQ with Standing Ovation. Very underrated R&B group. From that, I need to get that album soon. I need to get that one. Number 16, The Manhattan Shining Star. Love that record. Number 15, Sky with High. Number 14, Lips Inc. with Funky Town. I've always hated that song. I'm gonna be real with you. I've always hated that fucking song. Ugh, but
Why?
I never liked that chorus. I'm gonna take you to funky town. I never liked that chorus, and I heard it in so many commercials and movies and whatnot. Ugh, it was like one of those songs that claimed it was funky, but it really was not funky. Like that song, play that funky music. You know what I'm saying? It was like songs I would put in that era and stuff. But number 13, The Dramatics, Welcome Back Home. Number 12, Confunction, Got to Be Enough. Love that record. Ooh. Number 11, Jermaine Jackson, Let's Get Serious. Let's Get Serious and Fall in Love. Love that record too. Number 10, the late great Roberta Flack and Donny Hathaway with You Are My Heaven. Number 9, Ray Parker Jr. and Radio, Two Places at the Same Time. Number 8, Smokey Robinson, Let Me Be the Clock. Speaking of Smokey Robinson, he's actually going to drop a new album soon, too, so that's interesting. Number 7, Michael Jackson, Off the Wall. Classic. Number 6, The Whispers, And the Beat Goes On. Number 5, The Gap Band, I Don't Believe You Want to Get Up and Dance. Okay. Number 4, The Whispers, Lady. Dun, 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 dun. Oh my God. Okay. Number 3, Leon Haywood, Don't Push It, Don't Force It. This nigga was always freaky and shit. Mm. Number 2, The Brothers Johnson with Stomp. And number 1 in the second weekend, number 1 is the Isley Brothers with Don't Say Goodnight. Whew, damn, that's a that's a dope ass list right there. Mm. All right. So today's album that we are going to talk about today, this is the recent album from Keri Hilson, her third studio album. It's called We Need to Talk Love. Let me show y'all the album cover. This album came out literally last week, last Friday, and whatnot too. It came out and everything. I want to say she dropped this independently. Yeah, Audible Art
Mm.
Club. Yeah. Apparently, this is like a first installment because she pretty much that's doing this like in installments or whatever. You know what I'm saying? It came out with one single so far called Bay. This album was
Mm.
produced by Andre Harris, Danger, Donut, Kevin Randolph, Master Zafir, Melon Musk Needles, and Tech Beats. And only had one guest appearances. It's from the METHOD man, Method Man himself. All right. So, how did you get into Kerry Hilson's music?
I mean, back during well, like towards the end of the early 2000s, going into the 2010s is when I started hearing her on certain songs, like that Timbaland track, "The Way You Are," um, and then eventually when I started hearing her solo stuff, like when her and collaboration with Lil Wayne put me on, and then with Neo and Kanye on "Knocks You Down," and then eventually she had some, I think a song that was like some minor hits like I Like and $1 Million Girl featuring Trina. Those are
Oh
songs that I
wow.
like. Yeah, yeah. And then I know I got a copy of one of her old albums somewhere with it, but a former colleague of my mom's burned me a copy of it. So yeah. And
Okay.
then of course Pretty Girl Rock, that song was everywhere. Even the
Yeah.
video. I like the video of that song too, especially like when she was dressed up like for the different like decades of time, like
Yeah.
40s until like the 90s, like when she did the little thing with TLC with Creep and all that.
Yeah. That was a dope video at the time.
Yeah, and a dope song. So
Mm-hmm. Okay. Um, how I knew the name Keri Hilson, keyword knew the name. Um, she pretty much had dropped this song, the Turning Me On song, and everything from her first album. And I remember 106 in Park always played. That was like a big summer hit at that time too.
yeah,
You know what I'm saying? Personally, I didn't really care too much for the song at the time. I mean, I
yeah, I
feel it
didn't
was a
like that one either.
yeah. I felt like at the time it was like a nice little song. Over the years, I came to appreciate it. You know what I'm saying? Because like 2007, 2008, that was that weird time in R&B when you had the labels were really trying to like force the hip hop element or the crunk element in their music and shit like that too.
Hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Because when I first heard it, when I first heard it, I felt like it was like a poor man's Sierra song. I'm gonna be real, but now I kind of like it. But then like when that first album, I think the first album was called Just the Way I Am or whatever, came out, and then I was like looking more up into it because I was like when I was really like, oh excuse me, in a perfect world. That was like when I was really getting into music, and I realized that she had a hand in writing or producing some of like the biggest songs in the past couple of years, which I'll get into that in a minute. And then as far as like what I my thoughts on her, I feel like she was a pretty cool artist. I'm more of I'm more fan of the stuff she did behind the scenes, like a songwriting. Like on the
Hmm.
albums she came out with, like from two albums, they were good. I'm not gonna say anything bad about them. You know what I'm saying? But I felt like after that second album, I feel like she needed that one album, that one song that would skyrocket her. And we're going to talk all about that. But there's been so many YouTube videos, blogs, interviews. I'm going to do my best to condense it, why that happened and stuff like that too. If you guys know, you guys know. But if you don't, just bear with me. So, she's definitely a very dope, talented artist and stuff like that too. But I just felt like because of like her team, and I'm going to say her team, they pretty much just dropped the ball on her. But
Yeah.
let's talk about her. Let's talk about her. So, for those who don't know, Keri Hilson, she is an artist, singer, songwriter, producer from Decatur, Georgia, and whatnot too. You know what I'm saying? She was growing up. Her parents they were pretty much successful and everything like that too. Her mom ran a daycare center, and her father was a developer in the army and stuff. By the time she was 12 years old, she was already getting into music, and she pretty much was a fan of shows like Star Search and Showtime at the Apollo. And she said she wanted to be one of the best singers and everything like that too. So her mama got her piano teacher and stuff like that. And then by the time she was 14, she was in this girl group called, if I'm saying the name right, forgive me, it's called D D Dejanay. I don't know. I don't know. Fuck it, but yeah, she got recorded with the girl group, but they disbanded shortly after. They probably can't pronounce the fucking name. Anyway, so pretty much by the time the early 2000s hit and everything like that, too, you know what I'm saying? She ended up being like a background vocalist, and then she got her first credit as a songwriter, where she co-wrote for this Japanese R&B singer named Mikalo in a song called "Jump." And pretty much around that time, in like the early to mid 2000s, she pretty much did a lot of your favorite R&B and pop songs. Don't believe me? Let me go down the list right quick. Um, Usher's "Red Light," Sierra's "Ooh Baby," Pussycat Dolls' "Wait a Minute," Ludacris "Pimpin' All Over the World." She did background vocals on that one. Um, Mary J. Blige "Take Me as I Am," Chris Brown "Young Love" from his first album.
Mm.
Co-wrote Ludacris's "Runaway Love," which that song got a Grammy, if I'm not mistaken, too. That was a big song for Ludacris, you know. Avant, 4 minutes. Omarion's Icebox. What?
Mm. I did
Ice?
not know that.
Wow.
I did not know that.
That's like the only Omarion song I could actually listen to. And
I,
I
I,
only
I
like
like Icebox and Touch. That's it.
I only like Icebox because of the over dramatic dancing. He always does that shit live. You remember the BET Awards performance? He did that shit. But yeah, what else? What else? Yeah, man, like Britney Spears, Give Me More from
I
her
love that
Blackout
song.
album. You said what?
I said I love that song.
Yeah, that was actually a dope song. It just the way they did Britney wrong that era. That's all I'm gonna
Oh
say.
God, yeah.
They did it wrong that era. Usher's "Love in This Club," which I'm
I had
a
no idea.
real
Dang,
well.
damn. She was really in
I'm
her
a
bag.
I'm gonna hold on because there's a story with that. There's a story with that song, so I'm gonna hold on to that. So yeah, man. So around that time, she hooked up with Polo the Don, and she was working with Polo the Don and like Timbaland and everything. And Polo the Don pretty much introduced Keri Hilson to Timbaland, who signed her to his Mosley Music Group. And her first really official recording debut was in The Diddler with a song called After Love from the Press Play album and stuff like that, you know? And yeah, I'm calling him The Diddler. Fuck it.
Mm.
Fuck it. I don't give a fuck. And yeah, so she also appeared on a lot of songs from the Timbaland Shock Value album, which now I might have to talk about at some point. I had to talk about it. That was an era I didn't really care too much for Timbaland's music. I like the Timbaland I like is like 93, 94, up until
Mm.
like maybe 2002, believe it or not. I know people gonna be like, you crazy, but when Aaliyah died, something happened with Timbaland. That's all I'm gonna say.
Yeah, I don't know what happened.
That's all I'm gonna say. I It took me years to really notice it, but I'm just being real.
Hmm.
So fast forward to 2009, she dropped the "In a Perfect World" album, which like I said, I
Yeah,
pretty much
that's the album I got.
you got that one. Okay.
Hmm. Yeah, but I got a
So
burnt copy of it.
hey, at least you got it. Now we live in an era where people streaming and they like a whole album. They claim they got the album and shit. So fuck it. Um, like I said, I like this album. I don't really love it. I mean, this has like a lot of. It's like one
Same,
of
same.
those springtime, summertime kind of albums and shit
A
like
little
that.
bit, a little bit.
Yeah, because it was supposed to came out in 2007. You know what I'm
What?
saying? Yeah,
Wait. So this was shelved for over 18 years.
her first album, the In a Perfect World
Oh,
album.
oh, oh, oh.
Yeah, that was supposed to come out in 2007, but Keri Hilson shelved it because she wanted to perfect the songs and everything. And that album was pretty big for the time. You know, came out with 6 singles, which
Hmm.
was surprising for an album that came out after the '90s and shit. You know,
Yeah.
songs like "Turn Me On," "Knock You Down," which features Kanye and Neo, "Slow
Yeah.
Dance." I
Yeah.
mean, this was a pretty straight album. You know, it was good for the time. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, so she was pretty much promoting herself. You know, she got a few Grammy nods and stuff like that too. You know what I'm saying? Fast forward to 2010, 1 year later, she had dropped the second album, No Boys Allowed. This was pretty. This is her album. That's pretty much what Crazy Sexy Cool was for TLC. To be
Mhm.
real with you, she
Yeah.
wanted like really more creative control. She claimed this was like a girl power album and stuff like that too. You know what I'm saying? This one has some dope cuts. It has some dope cuts and shit like that. That like I said, Pretty Girl Rock
Mhm.
was very big at the time and shit like that too. Breaking Point, that was a dope song that don't really get talked about these days. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, this one was very dope. Like I said before, I feel like she needed that one album to really break her and everything like that too. You know what I'm saying? But then at the same time too, as high as quickly as high as she went and everything like that too. You know what I'm saying? Something was happening behind the scenes because she
Mhm.
did an episode of 106 in Park in 2011 where she
Yeah.
claimed that she was getting ready to record a third album.
Mhm.
However, um, long story short, you know, her team like Timbaland, Paul Don, and surprisingly Esther Dean, they pretty much, long story short, they forced her to diss a few people. Like they forced her to diss like Beyonce and Sierra. And one of the things that was interesting was because back at that time, like we said, you didn't know that Keri Hilson participated in the writing of Love in the Club. So
Right.
they did a part two of the
Mhm.
song, which had Usher,
Beyonce.
Beyonce, and Lil Wayne.
Yeah.
Love that version. And from what I looked up, it's been said that like Beyonce took credits because she wrote her verse and stuff like that too. And Keri Hilson was not happy about that apparently. So her
Mhm.
team made her do a song, a diss track against them. And the whole issue with Sierra, I'm not really too sure why she had an issue with Sierra. But like I said before, there's been plenty of videos on YouTube and stuff like that too. But then people have different versions of it. Long story
Of the
short,
story. Yeah.
yeah. So, cause I was wondering, like, people were wondering where the hell's Keri Hilson and stuff like that too.
Yeah. Yeah.
And there's been stories about how apparently people were throwing dangerously in love albums at her. Apparently,
Oh God.
like, and it was just ugh. And
Crazy.
so she pretty much got into an acting bag around that time. You know what
Mhm.
I'm saying? She made an acting debut on that movie, Think Like a Man,
Yeah.
and then she did that movie with Vin Diesel called Riddick.
Mhm.
She did a movie called For the Love of Money and everything like that too. You know what I'm
And
saying?
almost Christmas.
And what?
Almost Christmas.
Oh yeah, very dope movie. I love that. The one with Danny Glover and Monique, right?
Yeah.
Love that movie.
Yeah. I have that movie on DVD.
Let me ask you, Almost Christmas or This Christmas?
Ooh, that's hard. That's hard. I've seen both of them like a million times. That's
Oh,
hard. That's hard. Damn.
honestly,
If I had to pick one, I'll go with this Christmas.
okay, I'm not mad about that. I might have to give the slight edge to Almost Christmas. I don't know.
Yeah, yeah, that's a hard toss up as far as like black Christmas movies go. I mean,
Yeah, yeah, man. Because there's not a lot of Black Christmas movies I like.
no, no, it's not. There's not really a whole lot.
I feel
And
like
come
the
to think of
best.
it, I haven't even watched that one with Eddie Murphy and Tracy Ellis Ross.
You mean Hold on. Which you mean which one are you talking about?
The one that's on Prime.
Oh, I didn't watch that one either. I didn't watch that one either.
Yeah,
Yeah. But yeah. So then a couple weeks ago, she did a few videos. She pretty much like rebranded her Instagram and saying that she was going to return to the music industry. And then she dropped her first single called Bay. And then literally 15 years later, she dropped this album, We Need to Talk Love.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So this is what the album cover looks like right here. You know what I'm saying? Pretty dope album cover and everything like that too. I've always felt like she was very beautiful and everything. Very
She
dope
still
album
is.
cover and shit. Yeah, she still is beautiful. All right. Yeah. So this album has like 9 songs and everything like that too. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? And we're gonna get started with the first song called "Grateful," which pretty much sets the whole tone of the album and everything like that too. You know what I'm saying? She just talking about how we need to talk. I hit rock bottom a few times, so we already know what we about to get into when we come to this record right here and everything. So I fuck with the intro.
Yeah, Grateful. It's like what you just said. It's not a bad setup for the album. Pretty much, I feel that it's it's showing her gratitude and appreciation for like how far she's come in the industry. Because I'll be honest, I really wasn't sure when she was going to return to music or if not at all. To be honest, for someone to take such a long hiatus like that.
Right. Yeah, because apparently, I think Anne Marie is coming back.
Yeah, yeah,
Sierra's
and I think her hiatus is much longer than Carrie's.
exactly, and apparently she also said some shit about Beyonce too. It's like, what is up
My
with these female
God,
R&B singers saying
yo,
shit about Beyonce? Then they're curious.
what is going on? Where's all this coming from?
And then Paulo the Don also do some shit with Anne Marie too, if I'm not
Oh
mistaken.
shit!
It was one of them producers. And you know what's wild though? You know what's
What?
so fucked up about this whole Keri Hilson situation?
What?
Polo and Esther Dean did shit with Beyonce that was much bigger hits. That's the gag right there. Like
Yeah,
they was just shitting all over my girl. Damn. Okay.
yeah,
But
that's fucked up.
mm-mm-mm. Track number 2, Naked Love. Um, very dope track right here. You know what I'm saying? Love this record right here. It's definitely one of those sensual R&B songs that at the same time still is very contemporary. I love the horn arrangements on this one. This is definitely like one of those summer cookout kind of songs that where sunset, and then the music gets more chill and everything like that too, because everyone done twerked and everyone is drunk and they always want to just get loose and everything like that. That's the kind of song that really happens and shit. So I love this one.
I don't get that type of vibe when I was first hearing this a few times earlier tonight. Um, the song isn't a favorite of mine, but I'll admit that it was something that stood out to me a little bit. But
I feel
I
you.
have no objections. Yeah, I have no objections to it.
Okay, I feel you on that. What's up, Romero? How you doing? You said sup dogs late, but fuck it. Didn't know this was a new album. Yeah, it came out last week. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? Yeah, yeah. This is like this is Carrie's comeback season. That's what I'm going to
Mhm.
say. All right. Next track we got a Searching featuring Method Man. Now I'm not going to hold you. I feel like there was some tracks on this album I feel like was recorded years before, or
Well,
like a
because
couple
the
years.
sound.
You said what?
But because the sound.
Yeah, cause of the sound and stuff like that. You know, not saying that this is the bad track. This track is fire and everything like that too. And if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. But yeah, this one right here is dope. I mean, you got Method Man here. You know what I'm saying? Whenever Method Man goes on a feature and shit, it's always something, always highly regarded and stuff like that too. You know what I'm saying? I love the fact that he says, just me and Bay. Now all I need is some Mary J. In fact, you remind me like Mary J. Now fix your crown when they knock it down, like Kerry say. I'm the truth, and truth ain't gonna be told. When the product sell itself, it ain't even gotta be sold. I like the fact he gave love to Mary J. Blige and even played on wonderful songs like all I need is love and stuff like that too. Very dope record and everything. So yeah, this one right here, love this record. One of my favorites.
Yeah, I'll admit I like this song. Yeah, it was good. The fact that this was like literally the only collab that was featured on this album. I mean, I guess like whenever Method is featured on a track, I mean you can't go wrong. It's gonna come out good.
Nah,
Regardless. Yeah, and I like the wordplay with the reference to Mary J. Like, of course, Mary J. the artist, and of course, with him adding like a weed reference to it. So
yeah, that was pretty smooth.
yeah, that was slick. Yeah.
Yes, yes. All right, next track we got is something about you. Excuse me. This another track I kind of felt was in the vaults for some time and stuff like that, which I feel like they kind of reworked it a little bit. Um, Not a bad track. You know what I'm saying? Just one of those songs where she meets this guy and everything, and she pretty much think can give me some attention and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? I mean, didn't have anything bad to say about this track. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I can see this being a single in the future.
Yeah, this song wasn't too bad either. I don't know. Maybe this one could have been she did years prior to releasing it last week or something. I mean, you just never know.
Yeah, I mean, like she's been gone for 15 years, so you never know how much music she
Yeah, it's
recorded in that
like
time
like
span and
you
stuff.
just yeah, maybe she had some stuff cooking up and then was waiting for a good time to release it.
Right. All right. Next track is "Bay." This might be my favorite song on this album, to be real with you. You know what I'm saying? I mean, this was the first song I heard from this record. Well, first song I think everybody heard from this record. You know what I'm saying? It samples the
Hurricane Chris.
the song Hurricane Chris A Baby.
Hmm.
Yeah, I remember when that song first came out. I'm just looking at I was in like fucking middle school. I'm thinking to myself, what the fuck is a baby? A baby. A baby. You know what I'm saying? And of course they had the remix where they had like everybody and their moms in that remix and shit like that. But I'm not gonna hold you. He had this one song called Players Rock where he
Hmm.
used that Earth, Wind, and Fire sample. I love that one way better than A Baby. You know what I'm saying? Now he's fighting murder charges, but that's another story for a different day.
Oh shit.
Yeah, this one right here is pretty dope. You know what I'm saying? I mean, this definitely has like a. You can definitely tell that Keri Hilson her pen game's strong and stuff like that too. You know what I'm saying? I mean, yeah, man, I fucking love this record. Very dope song.
I think I've heard this song on the radio. I think maybe sometime last week or something. I don't know. I could be mistaken. But yeah, the fact that she sampled Hurricane Chris A Baby, that was a little unexpected, but I felt that fit for this song. And this song came out when I want to say as as I was like a few months in of my last year in middle school, getting ready to go into high school.
Oh wow,
Yeah,
shit, man. You know you getting old when the 2000s was 20 years ago. Shit.
I know. It's like, damn.
Damn, man, because 2005 was 20 years. I was like, what? It
Like
felt like it was
shit.
just
Yeah,
20.
yeah,
It felt
yeah.
like it was just 2008 for a minute.
No, that's nothing. I have a niece who was born in '04, and she'll be 21 this year. Damn.
Wow.
No,
Mm, they go up so fast, man. They go up so fast.
I know. I know.
But yeah,
Wow.
Bay is a banger. I ain't gonna hold you. I love that. I love that beat too.
Yeah.
Um, Track number six, Scream. I think it's somebody in the comments said this was the favorite track. This is another favorite track of mine. I ain't gonna hold you. You know what I'm saying? I can definitely tell. Like this might be like this definitely might be like one of those songs I can see a lot of fans doing TikToks on and stuff like that too. You know what I'm saying? Because definitely has that catchy chorus. You know what I'm saying? It's not intentional TikTok music like a lot of these tracks are doing now, where they try to make music just so people can do TikTok reels. Ugh, like Usher's recent album, but that's another story. But
Oh.
yeah, this one right here was very dope. I love this one.
Mm. Yeah. Scream. It's not a bad song. I feel that this one's like more of like, I guess, somewhat sensual in a way. I guess because the lyrical content goes.
Right.
Hmm.
Yeah, yeah. That's the thing. She uses a lot of double entendres on this album
Yeah.
and everything.
Yeah. And a lot of it will go way over your head.
Exactly. Alrighty. Where we at? Next song is called Whatever. Um, apparently, Chris Brown contributes some songwriting with this song.
Oh, and Tank.
And
And Tank.
the Tank too. Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
Hmm.
Okay. It's cool. This one was very dope. I actually like this one. You know what I'm saying? Very, very. It definitely has that sensual kind of vibe, but at the same time, not like erotic
Sexually
sensual. You know what I'm
explicit.
saying? Yeah, yeah. Definitely love this one too.
I'll be honest. I liked whatever. I wasn't expecting this song to be written by Chris Brown and Tank. I'll be honest, because I really would have never would have thought she would have other people writing songs for her, because she pretty much wrote majority of the songs on this album, and it's just one particular one she didn't write.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. You definitely got a strong point with that. All right, next song we got is called "Weigh Me Down." I don't really care for this one too much. I'm gonna be real with you.
Why not?
Uh, I don't know. I guess I just didn't care for the beat too much. I don't really care for the beat.
Mm-hmm. Weigh Me Down, even though it's not my favorite, it's like I get the I get what the song is about, like somebody who's like constantly like bringing you down, literally, and or in any possible way you can imagine. It's like them being like a constant weight on your shoulders or something like that.
Right.
Yeah.
And the last track is called "Say That." Um, yeah, this was not a bad track either, and everything like that too. You know what I'm saying? Not a bad track. I won't really end this album off with this one, but yeah, definitely did his thing.
Yeah, I like Say That too. And even though it wasn't very long, it wasn't a bad track. But yeah, I kind of feel like she would have had like an outro to fully complete the album. That's just my take, because it
Right,
feels incomplete in a sense.
definitely.
Yeah.
Like she just left it open handed, if that makes sense.
Yeah, yeah. It's like something's missing. It's like something's like to really make it finally a finished project. But it is what it is.
Definitely. All right. Overall, this album naturally pretty good. It was very, very, very good album and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? I definitely feel like when it came to this album, she definitely want to reintroduce herself and let motherfuckers know, hey, I'm Keri Hilson. Let me show y'all motherfuckers just pick up where I left off and everything like that. Too, you know what I'm saying? Production wise, not bad. Definitely captures a lot of the army production trends of this day and age. But at the same time, I do feel like there was some tracks I can feel like she kind of saved in the vaults for a bit. You know what I'm saying? But overall, I'm gonna give that one 4 out of 5.
For Carrie Hilson to be like out of the musical space for 15 years. I mean, like I said earlier, I wasn't too sure she was gonna come back to music or was just completely done with music altogether, to be honest. But for her to come back now after being away for so long, I didn't know what to expect after listening to this album like a couple of times earlier tonight. And some songs I liked, others I really didn't care too much for. Um, as I stated before, like I said, I felt like this whole album would have been like fully complete if she would have had like an outro, like to fully close out the album, especially having like an opener with "Grateful." I liked whatever. I liked Bay. I like Searching with Method Man. You know, I also like the final track Say That. So like I said, she had some stuff on here that I liked, and I'm pretty sure some of the other remaining tracks that aren't singles yet, maybe some could be like radio hits or something like that in the next few weeks or a month or two. But who knows? I'll give this album 4 out of 5 as well.
I feel you on that. All right, y'all. Well, it's been a long day for me. I've had a lot. I've been out with family a lot, so I'm gonna end this off right here. Appreciate this, Ashley, for this. Thank you so much.
No problem.
Um, so Sunday, me and Trey are gonna do Ti's Paper Trail album, hopefully, and everything. And just to let you guys know, I got a new job, so I'm definitely going to do a bit more videos around like the midnight time and stuff like that too. On my days off, I'm gonna try to do more of my videos early on my days off and stuff like that. Because I'm trying to really get my sleep pattern back and shit. You know what I'm saying? So just to let you guys know. Also, the collection video is literally next week, next Friday at 8 p.m.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna see if I can hopefully get 1 or 2 albums from Amazon. If not, I might have to show that part after the collection vid. You know what I'm
Okay.
saying? So this is the first collection video of the year, so I really, really, really can't wait to show y'all what I got. You know what I'm saying? Some albums I showed y'all already, stuff from John Dixon. Again, thank you so much, John Dixon, for doing albums you sent me and everything like that too. You know what I'm saying? So, and like I said before, I know a lot of people ask me that they want to come. I invited the people who, since I want to use EV Mux, they give me a 2 hour limit. So I'll see.
Yeah.
I'll see what I can do and everything like that too. Because the people I did invite, I knew that they got some stuff in the mail and stuff like that too. You know what I'm saying? But it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? If one person can make it, I'll see who I can come show up and stuff like that too. So yeah. Anything you want to say before we head Ash or?
Okay. Yeah. Since EV Mux only gonna give us like a 2 hour limit as far as CD collection goes. I guess whatever I'll show in the collection vid and whatever I don't get to that next Friday night, then maybe it could be like a part two to the
Yeah,
collection vid at some point.
of course. Yeah, that's definitely what I'm gonna do. Cause I
Yeah,
would
yeah,
do.
yeah. Cause I got some dope stuff, and thankfully I was able to get some good cuts. Cause there's a spot up the street from me called Second and Charles, and it's a place that's similar to like Barnes and Nobles in a way, but I feel they got a little bit more variety as far as what I was looking for, and a lot of the albums, even though they're used, they're priced very cheap, and I got a good deal on a lot because I think the last pickup I got like 9 albums that were somewhere between $3 and $5, and the total of it came to like 40 bucks and some
Ooh,
change.
nice. That is a good deal.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So that's real convenient for me. So yeah, because Second and Charles, they sell books, they sell collectible items like comic books, games, certain game systems. They even got vinyls.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah. They got a lot of dope stuff.
I bet I might. If I'm definitely gonna come down to Charlotte sometime next month. You said it's called Secondhand Charles, right?
Second and Charles. Yep.
Okay, I'll probably check it out if I do come down to Charlotte.
Yeah, yeah. I'll message you the address to the spot once we get off.
Okay, cool. Yeah. Yeah. If I don't go to a studio vinyl shop, then I'll probably just get what I have to get on Amazon and stuff. I'll just probably make a Klarna or something. But yeah, man, can't wait for next Friday. Um, and that's that. And just to let you guys know, in case you guys are coming late, we talked about Keri Hilson's recent album, "We Need to Talk Love." This album you can catch on streaming service and stuff like that. You know, Keri Hilson came back, first album in 15 years. Thank you again, Ashley, and I'll see y'all when I see y'all. Peace.
Peace.